Not only can it help you pay your bills, but it can completely change your life. That's what happened to me, and I want to share the exact strategy for how I got there, as well as the 3 things that I would do differently if I could start over from scratch. The truth is, I never thought I could make a living doing this, like ever. But now I find myself flying all over the country, teaching teams about the life-changing benefits of using the Enneagram to understand yourself and others better. Like when I recently flew to Appleton, Wisconsin for a team building workshop. As I was in my hotel room vlogging and eating Chick-fil-A, because obviously
I'm gonna eat, I have work to do, and then I'm gonna go do an Enneagram workshop tomorrow, and it's one of my absolute favorite things in the world to do.
It reminded me of a time about a year ago when I was also in a hotel room vlogging about how incredibly amazed I was that I was doing this for work.
Just made it to San Jose. This is my second ever trip to go do an Enneagram workshop for a team. For memory's sake, I just want to note that I am so happy right now. And I hope this childlike joy never goes away.
And no, it hasn't gone away. I still feel that every single time I step into a room full of amazing people who want to learn more about themselves. But if you're just starting out or you're simply curious about what this could look like for work, showing you the end result isn't very helpful. Let's back up so you can see the step-by-step strategy to make Enneagram coaching your job. If you clicked on this video, chances are you're already on step 1. I discovered the Enneagram and it completely transformed how I see myself and how I interact with other people, and now I just want to share it because it's impacted my life so much. If that's you, congrats! Because you can't teach anything unless you've personally experienced the value of learning it yourself. For example, finding my Enneagram type made me feel like I wasn't alone, and it empowered me to break these patterns of behavior that I'd been doing for over a decade. So before you start teaching other people this tool, first let it transform your life, because then you have an actual story to share with other people about why they should spend their valuable time learning about this new tool. But if you don't have a place to share any of this, it's kind of pointless. It's something I would do differently if I were starting from scratch. You need to start building an audience as soon as possible. But you might say, I don't know enough to start sharing yet. But it's like learning a new language. You can't grasp a language just by reading about it. You kind of got to step out of the box and start practicing it to really learn it. So start sharing before you feel ready. Instead of approaching it like you're the expert, bring your audience along with you on this learning journey. Like when I was becoming an Enneagram coach, I vlogged the entire experience.
The tri-types were really confusing. I did not know what was going on.
And so the beauty of the Enneagram is it can be, in some ways, very simplistic. If you focus on the core motivations with people.
But it doesn't have to be on a YouTube channel. All you have to do is pick a platform and be consistent. The point isn't to become a famous influencer. It's to connect with other people and learn about their types and their needs. Heck, I've learned more about the intricacies of each Enneagram type from my Instagram audience than I have with any formal book. But that doesn't mean you can just build an audience and coast on that. You need to establish credibility in your field. And a smart way to do that is by learning from people who know more than you. For me, I chose to do Beth McCord's coaching program. I'll link information on that particular course in the description down below if you're interested. But I encourage you to shop around, all right? There's a lot of certification programs out there, and everybody teaches this typing system differently. The cool thing is this actually reflects the very nature of the Enneagram. Unlike other typing systems like love languages or Myers-Briggs, it doesn't have a single origin story. Instead, it's a philosophy that's been shaped over hundreds of years from thousands of different teachers. Because of this, each interpretation of the Enneagram is uniquely shaped by that teacher and the lens through which they see the world. And this is also something that you need to think about before you start this journey. Ask yourself, how do you look at the world through this tool? What sets you apart from other teachers? But there's a big mistake a lot of people do once they get to this level, believing that their certification is the final step in the process. The truth is, there's always gonna be more to learn. Even the experts are continually learning. For example, I just bought a course about subtypes from Beatrice Chestnut. The more I learn about the Enneagram and people in general, the more I realize how much I don't know, which is why your next step is to never stop learning. And that doesn't have to be only through paid avenues. The library carries tons of Enneagram books that can help you. You could form a group of Enneagram interested people and you could all start sharing your learnings together, or you could watch all the free content that's out there. But this is where some coaches get stuck. How do you find clients? It can seem difficult, especially because a lot of people haven't even heard of the Enneagram yet. But the truth is, there's a need here, especially in the corporate world. Because business isn't just about money, it's about people. That's why soft skills like communication, adaptability, and compassion are so important. It's something I wish I had understood better in the beginning. That the Enneagram is a sought-after tool that not only helps people in their work lives, but also in their day-to-day life as well. Now, I primarily do team workshops in the corporate space, but this same thing applies to one-on-one coaching as well. You have to let people know that you're offering a valuable service. Because people are busy, so even if you feel like it's super obvious that this is your job now, people need reminders. They're not gonna remember. You can do this on social media, on a blog, or putting up a website. But there's a problem with only doing those things. You're relying on someone to see it and then take action. Now, eventually you will reach a point where people do just come to you. But until that happens, you have to be more proactive. This could look like doing outreach on LinkedIn or asking your friends and family, like, hey, I'll do some coaching sessions with you if you'll just give me feedback. I actually did this exact same thing when I was starting. I needed help. I didn't know if what I was creating was going to be helpful for people, so I sat down with a friend and did some free typing sessions. But you might still have a lot of questions about what this journey actually looks like, especially the certification process, which is what I explore in this vlog series where I walk through what to expect when you are becoming certified.